And this one is another cooperative game, but in this one, players are crew on a ship, and each of the players are going to have some different strengths and abilities that are unique to them. But essentially, players are going to be trying to defend their ship, all while trying to complete different objectives for whatever scenario that you are trying to complete. And there's all sorts of scenarios offered in the game, but essentially players are going to be starting out on their main ship, which has a bunch of different modules that can help players in different ways, whether it's seeing what sort of enemy attacks are upcoming, or even gaining special items or abilities that you can use later in the game. The ship also has a teleporter that you can use to move your characters to the other game boards that each have their own puzzles that players will be trying to solve, and you can move around on those boards and attack the enemies there to manipulate those boards in different ways. Whenever a player performs an attack action, they're going to be drawing an attack token from the draw bag that's going to dictate the outcome of that attack, whether it was a hit or a critical fail or something in between. And an interesting thing here is that whatever you draw actually stays in play, depleting the available options from the bag, but you can also perform different actions to put new tokens into that bag, adding a sort of bag building element. And as I said, each of the scenarios can have some different objectives that you're trying to complete. But in the scenario that I was able to review, players were trying to gather dice from all the different areas and boards available in the game by manipulating different elements and attacking different enemies, but then taking those dice in order to solve puzzles. Then you could use those dice to fill up columns and rows, which would unlock you new abilities, but then also help achieve your overall objectives. And like I said, you will be getting attacked by enemies as you're trying to do all this, and anytime that you take too much damage, you're going to be discarding cards from your power-up deck, and anytime that that runs out, players will automatically lose the game. But that's not the only way you can deplete that deck, because there's also opportunities for players to take those power-up cards in order to gain their benefit at the cost of removing one more card from that deck. So players might want to take advantage of that, but only when the benefit outweighs the cost. And if you do want to know more about this one, I do have links to the campaign in the description below. And of course, you can follow along to get notified and also get a free gift added to your pledge.